Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. We are literally jumping straight into today's video. I didn't even have an intro for this one, but basically this is going to be a decorating video. I was switching some pieces out, rearranging, always doing that itch to switch. And the first place we're going to be starting is our master bedroom because we were needing a new rug. Ours just did not hold up well this time, and during Prime Day I found this beautiful rug that someone that I follow influenced me to buy. It was a great deal, so I'll link it down below for you just in case you're needing one. But in order to put that rug down, we have to take our full king bed apart. Plus we have the adjustable base, which we loved at the beginning, but we haven't really been using it, and it makes it really hard to put new rugs down and rearrange, which I love to do. So we decided we're gonna go ahead and just get rid of that. So we're gonna take those pieces out and not put them back in. You can see us struggling here. Well, not us, me. These pieces are so heavy, and we even have like two twin ones instead of like one big king or one queen. It's two twins, and they are so heavy to move. They're so nice if you need to like sit up, like if you're sick and have a cough or anything. I feel like that's the only time we really used it, and we haven't even really been using it for that. But yeah, they are so heavy. So if you don't rearrange or move or do anything like that, it's probably good to have. But for our lifestyle, it was just way too much work. Just a little tip, anytime you're rearranging or, moving the bed to put a rug down, clean as you go, because that's one area you really don't get to clean often unless you've got your bed moved for whatever reason. So just take a few minutes, have that vacuum nearby, mop if you have it in you. You can tell tonight we're just like pushing through. I probably should have mopped since my bed was moved, but I'm glad I at least got it vacuumed really well.
Burning for fun, you're out looking in when you've already won. You know how it tastes, but you throw it away, pushing it out when it's pulling you in. Stand in the sun, burning for fun. You're out looking in when you've already won. You know how it tastes, but you throw it.
Don't let these like after clips fool you. We are not finished. I'm going to come back into here later or here in a moment, but I just wanted to show you that we got the bed back together, and then you're going to watch Chase and I just struggle getting out these adjustable bases. Like I said, they're just so heavy and they bend. So it's really nice when you need to turn a corner, but when you're trying to carry it and it keeps like collapsing or folding in on itself, it's just so hard.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd.
You're gonna see a theme in today's video, and I'm gonna probably say I bought this on Prime Day a lot because I bought a few pieces I had been looking for, and then it starts that like domino effect of like what I'm replacing I can put somewhere else. So that's why I called it like the itch to switch. But these are mirrors that I was looking for a really long time while we were building this house, and we just couldn't find the style I wanted on the price we wanted to pay. Like every time we were looking at mirrors, they were so expensive. Maybe I just forgot to check Walmart. Like I would check the store, but I don't know that I ever got online. But basically on Prime Day, these went on sale for like 50 bucks. I think originally, like I'll link them for you now, they're still only like 65. But if you ever go into RH, which they've rebranded, it used to be called Restoration Hardware, now it's called RH. They have these like even bigger mirrors put above their nightstands, and it just looks so good. It's so easy to do. It makes the space feel larger. It makes the space feel brighter. And so I knew I wanted to do that in this house, but at the time we could only find the round ones, so we grabbed him. It worked, but like as soon as they were hung, I kept saying, Chase, like I want it squared off. Eventually we're gonna find a really good deal, and when we do, we'll buy him and switch it. So during Prime Day, I found it and we're gonna switch him, and guys, it looks so much better. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna show you a before and after. Like I left the new one up and the round one, so you just can see the difference. Both look good, but just so you can see the look and feel and how it can change a space, just like minor little adjustments like that.
Not when we shine so bright. I know.
Definitely make sure anytime you're hanging a mirror that you're hanging it correctly. So if you can find a stud, that's perfect. That's the way to go. We just never get that lucky, like where I want to put something heavy, our mirror doesn't work that way. So we use these like drywall anchors, so we know over time it's not gonna just like tear and slide down the wall. I will say these mirrors aren't super heavy at all, but since it's a mirror and since it can shatter, since it's right next to our bed, we definitely just want to make sure they're hung the right way the first time. Oh, and I do want to mention, these don't have to be hung. So they actually had stands that it could like go in a corner if you wanted to. So if you don't want to hang it, sometimes I take that off and just lean it against the wall. So these mirrors do not have to be hung. That's just the way we were using them. So I wanted to show you the difference real fast, and it's not huge, but it's just about balance in the room. So obviously here's the new one with it squared off. Here's the rounded one. At the time we looked and looked and looked for mirrors, and they were so expensive. And then we found these at like Home Goods or Ross, and we couldn't pass on the price. But once we got in this space, I really knew they needed to be squared off. But I was just waiting for a good deal. And since those went on sale, I want to say for around 50 bucks at Walmart, I grabbed them. And it does just, I kept saying, Chase, they need to match the windows, but he loves the rounded. Like he would have left those, but now that we got this hung, he was like, okay, I get it. This is just like, I don't know what it is. And you may have to be in the space for it to actually like matter, but it's just so much cleaner and crisper. And like I said, it kind of balances off the square windows. These weren't bad because like our furniture is very rounded in here. If you notice, like the chair's rounded, the dresser's rounded, the bed has curves, but I do like the squared off at the mirrors. We have the best supervisors in the world. The white one is George, the small one is Tiger. Anytime we're doing anything, much less a project, they were like right there in the mix of things, always close, always making sure we're doing our job. But I will say on this particular night, it was getting a little late for them, which happens sometimes, but you'll see right here, they actually crashed on the job. They couldn't take it anymore. And Tiger's up a little bit because I got close with the camera, but it was just so funny that they couldn't hang with us on this particular night.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call?
Okay, it's the next morning. So when we went to bed, the mattress was too low, so I'm gonna get you caught up because now it's too high. So basically we got in bed and we're like, okay, this is too low. So Chase got on like Facebook Marketplace. He found some box springs from someone selling them in our town. He picked them up this morning. We took the bed apart. We put them in, put it back together. I put new bedding on, which I'll talk about here in a second. And now it's too high. So I could have just gotten a whole new like oversized duvet insert and duvet cover, but it's probably just cheaper to order new box springs, so we just got shorter ones, so those should be coming in. But I want to talk about the bedding because I get asked about my bedding all the time, and it's typically Boll and Branch. If you have the money, yes, it's 100% worth it, but I've been there where I didn't have the money to buy nice sheets. Now, if you have the money or you have like a wedding coming up or something like that, it is so nice to invest in yourself, especially somewhere you sleep, because you need good rest. But for Prime Day, I ordered this, and I will say for Prime Day I paid like $26. The real price is only like $30, so it's a really good deal. But this duvet insert looks just like my Boll and Branch. It came with shams right here that match it for 30 bucks for a king. So if you're wanting this look, it looks just like my Boll and Branch, but way cheaper. Now the insert is Amazon. I got that originally from Amazon. My inserts of these pillows, they're Amazon, so I'll link that. These covers are Boll and Branch, but I can link ones off Amazon that look identical to them. The only difference between like this material and the Boll and Branch is I think this is a little bit thicker of a cotton. This is thinner. It's still super soft. Like if you still like soft bedding, you're still gonna get it. So I just wanted to show you, if you wanted my Boll and Branch look, you can still get it on an Amazon budget. So I'm gonna have all that linked down below for you. But like I said, if this looks super high, it is. We're working on it. It takes a little bit of time, but we're definitely getting there. Now it started the like domino effect, because now I have these extra mirrors, but I just hung that one, which I kind of like for people getting ready. But it would kind of be cool to put them in here, but I feel like in here I'll have to take those down, and I just found those and love them. So basically I'm gonna take these down. I'm gonna have Chase hold up a mirror. I'm gonna grab Savvy because it's gonna be a group decision and see if we like the artwork here or if we take that down and we like the mirrors better. So we're about to find out.
I've been working on myself. I really try my best to change, but sometimes in a love will fade. Right? Maybe we should stay.
I always have a space in the house that takes me a little bit longer than the other spaces. Like it just takes me a little while to figure out, what do I want it to look like? How do I want it to feel? What fits? And so our guest bedroom in this house is definitely that space. I want it cozy. I want it inviting and warm, but I also want it to flow with the rest of their house. And so you guys have seen a lot of videos of us in this room, and every time I finish it, I'm like, okay, we did it. That's perfect. It's done. And then I come back in here. But it's basically because like when I finish with pieces in the other spaces that I love, I want to bring them in here because I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them. So if I can just make this space feel a little bit better than I'm going to. You can see we took those like pieces of art off the wall, and then I decided I did want them, so we're trying to get them level again. I didn't think there was any way that I could fit all this on one wall, but we're about to talk about it here in a second.
We will take a different road from now. We said forever. Forever means nothing if we don't give it up. We can cry when it's over.
I know some of you are gonna come for me because I know there's like a lot going on this wall, but I actually like this. I thought we were gonna choose one or the other, but I really like it like this. Like it's just a guest bedroom. It doesn't get used often, but at least it's very grand. And then this adds light. This is like a dark room. We should have added, what are they called?
Can lights.
Can lights in here, but we didn't realize how dark it was gonna be. So this kind of helps just like bring in the light. So I think I might have you hang those.
Yeah, it looks good.
What's the luck they'll fit where the last mirrors were? Will it cover up those holes?
We could, yeah, we'll be able to cover up the holes if I shift it a little to the left, but it won't fit in the same holes. But
at least if we can cover them, then we
yeah.
don't have to fill in paint. Okay, we're gonna work on that. Chase is out getting all the tools, but speaking of Prime, this was another thing that went on sale, and I bought it because so many people loved my bowl and branch like waffle blanket. I did buy it in a different color, like this was more of a taupe instead of my other one was like an ivory that I typically have in our guest bed. I didn't have it today, but it is a super soft, like very nice. Like it's thin, so like it's not going to keep you warm, but if you love a good texture, especially if you do neutrals like me, it just makes like a really good punch. Plus I just have an issue with buying blankets. We have blankets everywhere in our house. So I'm just gonna link all the stuff I bought from Prime Day because I'm obsessed with all of it, just in case you guys missed out. Some things are going to be a lot more than what I paid, some aren't a huge difference, so you can just check it out, but I'm definitely happy with this blanket. I need to clean up out here, but if you guys are wondering where I put the other blanket that I just put on there decorating, Savvy already stole it. Like as soon as she saw it, she grabbed it. She's had it in her room. She sits in here a lot. I need to order her a gray one because she has gray in her room, but this thing gets used all the time. It's super soft and it's from Walmart. This poor wall has more holes on it than I think the rest of our entire house. Like I've done so many tweaks in here and changes. My sister and brother-in-law and nieces are going to be coming to town soon, and I feel like every time they stay in this room, and remember we've only been here 4 months, like it's been a completely different space. So it's like they get to come visit a new hotel every time they come to Oklahoma. But I just want to get it right. I'm hoping they like it like this. They should. I've done some tweaks since they were here last, so we're excited to have them. But I just like hosting my family and friends. I like knowing that they're comfortable and they can get a good night's sleep, and that when they're getting away, they just have a nice place to come to. I just love providing that in this space, even though it's cozy compared to the rest of the house, but it just works nice, and that's all we need here.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. I could feel it in my bones. There was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around that old. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be.
They look really good. I just have a hole right there I need to fill, and right there on the same side. This just got done with the laundry, so I need to throw it up in the closet. I'm gonna have Chase put it up there because he's taller, but we're gonna fill that. While we have the paint out, we need to touch up from hanging the mirrors in the other room. It kind of scratched the wall, so now we're gonna do just some of those finishing touches so everything looks nice and neat and clean.
Look at what I've won. I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. Your love was cold, heart made of stone. But I'm just fine. I'm gonna shine. I'm alright, alright, alright. I'm celebrating.
I know at this point it's so tiring. Like when you finish a project, you just want to be done, but make sure you take the time to finish it out. Like of course, clean up all the tools and all the dust or whatever there is from the project, but finish it out. Like if you've messed up the wall, just grab some paint, paint it, fill the holes, wipe off the mirrors. You're going to see me clean the mirrors here in a little bit to make sure there's no like fingerprints on them. Just little things like that, little tweaks, finish decorating, fluff the pillows. All those little things do matter, and if you'll just spend, an extra 10 minutes or 30 minutes working on it, it's gonna make the job look more professional than if you just end it right there. Okay, we have another Prime Day deal that I bought. You guys saw the first rug. This is the second rug. This actually happened a few nights ago. It worked out well because we had already moved all of our furniture because our beams were kind of like detaching from the wall. You can't really tell on camera here. If you follow me on Instagram, you could see it a little bit better from my phone camera. But basically, we wanted them fixed, or at least to make sure they weren't going to actually fall. So we had a crew come in and work on those. Basically, we're going to have to get through winter. They're not going to fall, but we're going to see what happens in the heat, and then if they have to redo them, we'll cross that bridge another day, but not today. So I thought this is perfect. We've got the rug in. Let's go ahead and lay it down before we bring all the furniture back in. So the timing was perfect. I will say you're gonna see us like lay out the rug. We're trying to find the right location. We had put tape down where our original rug was, so we know exactly where to put it, but this rug was a little bit bigger. When I first sat this down, I wasn't sure about the color, so I'm like, let's just bring in a few pieces so I can fully see it and feel it, and I didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, some people layer their rug, so let's just throw our original rug on it and see if that helps. The size just didn't work. Like we'd need a lot smaller rug on top. So basically this rug didn't work. We opened it up, it didn't work. So we rolled it back up, put it on Facebook, and we already have someone right now that wants to come pick it up. So sometimes you can return rugs. I think this one we could have, but we were gonna have to pay for shipping, and I really don't want to ship a big rug. So someone else can use it. It's gonna work better in their space. So basically I'm gonna get it all cleaned back up. I'm gonna put the old rug back out and then get this space complete. But I wanted to show you, like I could have left this out, but I wanted to show you sometimes there's spells. Like I order things a lot of the time that you guys don't see, and then I don't use it because I didn't like it. So I don't want you guys to think like I get it right every single time, because I don't. I mess up all the time. We just send it back, try something new. So just know in real life, life's not perfect. If it's not what you want, then just move it away, figure it out, and do what you gotta do. While I'm thinking about it, this sweater I love. I bought it off Prime Day as well too, so it's probably gonna be a little bit more expensive now, but if you're needing a good high quality sweater that like buttons up, I feel like I can wear this a million different ways with like jeans, but obviously I'm gonna wear it with leggings the majority of the time. It was very cozy and just felt very, very high end, so it's gonna last a really long time. So I'll link that down below for you as well. But now let's take a moment and just look at all the spaces that we worked on today and how they turned out.
With you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling.
Okay guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I always appreciate you guys watching all my videos and making it to the end. You guys are truly the best. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up so I know to create more videos like this one right here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!